Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to go live and talk about dog training. I've had a lot of customers contact me in regards to dog training, talking about their dog's behavior. Why does my dog behave the way he behaves? Why is my dog doing the things that he or she is doing? And I just wanted to go on and I thought if I did a video and post it, it would be more beneficial than me emailing and texting just one person. However, when it comes to dealing with dogs, we're all, if you own a puppy, if you own a dog, then you are a dog trainer. I'll say that again. If you own a dog or a puppy, you are a dog trainer. The question is, what are you training your dog? Most of what we teach our animals, most of what we teach our dog, we teach them unintentionally. Dogs learn through consistency. I mean, there's methods of training, but that's exactly what training is. Training is something that you do on a daily basis. It's a routine. I read in a book somewhere it says it takes 21 days to create a habit. And so, when it comes to dealing with your dog, one of the things I wanted to point out is that you're dealing with four elements. Four elements. First of all, you're dealing with an animal, you're dealing with the species, you're dealing with a breed, and then you're dealing with your dog's personality. And those are the barriers that you have to break. Those are the elements that you have to speak to and communicate with when it comes to your dog's behavior. Now, having said that, as an animal, by God's design, as an animal, that animal is designed to do certain things. There's certain behaviors that are conducive with that animal. As a species, by God's design, there are certain things that are conducive to that species. And then when it comes to the breed, by man's design, by purpose, we have bred over generations, we have bred different dogs to do different things. A German Shepherd and a Rottweiler are bred for two different purposes. You have Mastiffs versus Boxers. And originally, if you go back to your dog's breed, if you go back to that origin, it'll tell you what specific purpose that dog was bred to do. And then you start to deal with your dog's personality. How does your dog behave? Its characteristics, some of the consistencies that were the bad behaviors that were taught. Did you get your dog at 6 weeks from the breeder? At 6 weeks, the dog hadn't had very much pack time. So you are your dog's pack. That's why it's biting on you a whole lot. Man, my little puppy likes to chew on everything, bite my legs when I'm walking. The dog is just trying to play with something at its level. If you get the dog at 8 to 10 weeks, then the dog has had more pack time. It's a little more socialized. It's been taught how to bite soft because the mom and other dogs have played with it and taught it certain things. And so as I moving back to the consistency of the breed, the personality, the species, and all those things. When it comes to you breeding, I mean, when it comes to you training and playing with your dog, the things that you do consistently is shaping your dog's behavior. Dogs are reactive species. So because dogs have a reactive character, what you do is going to cause your dog to do or not to do. For instance, if you get the dog at 6 weeks, it probably hadn't been taught how to eat with other dogs because the breeder didn't feed them all together because they just weaned them at 4 weeks and they started feeding them and they was trying to get them out there. So the last few puppies may have not eaten with a lot of people. So if you're just putting food down, walking away, feeding the dog in the cage, feeding the dog in the bowl, and then all of a sudden your dog has resource guarding, then that's a reaction to a consistent behavior because the dog has been taught that this is my cage, this is my bowl, this is my toy, this is my bone. And so those consistent behaviors that you have given the dog, because I didn't have time to feed the dog, I didn't have time to spend any time with the dog has developed that behavior. And that's where it comes from. And a lot of people say, well, I just don't have time to train my dog. It doesn't take 4 or 5 hours a day to train a dog. It doesn't take 2 hours to train a dog. If your dog is a part of your everyday life, meaning the dog is in the house with you, you feed the dog, you water the dog. If you're feeding the dog, take 2 minutes, make the dog sit, teach the dog to sit, teach the dog how to go down, make the dog stay. And as time goes on, as he learns that behavior through consistency, then you just increase the level of difficulty. And that's basically dog training from a pet owner's point of view. Now there are some issues where you need to get somebody like myself, or someone, a real trainer to do certain things with your dog, because you just may not have the knowledge, or the dog may be too far gone. But I do know people who know nothing about training dogs. They just have a leader mentality. So the dog doesn't eat until they let it eat. The dog doesn't go in the door before I go in the door. The dog doesn't do certain things, or until the dog does what I want, he's not going to get what he wants from me. And just that mentality alone builds a certain type of relationship with those dogs. So again, just remember that when you're dealing with your dog, everyone is a dog trainer. The question is, what are you teaching your dog? Because most of what dogs are taught by the pet owner is being taught unintentionally. You're dealing with the animal, the species, the breed, and the personality. You and your sibling can have the exact same parents. You could be twins. But when it comes to your personality, you will vary. Again, the breed. And are you being fair to the breed? If you get you a working dog and you do not work the dog, and you wonder why your dog has a bad behavior, why your dog has a lot of energy and it's being destructive. Again, are you being realistic and fair to the breed, the species, the animal, and then the personality? So take all those things in consideration when you're dealing with, when it comes to you dealing with your dog. I have a few puppies left. Got Marlowe, South African Mastiff puppies. Had six puppies altogether. 3 boys, 3 girls. Um, I have 2 girls left. Uh, one boy is already spoken for. Got the deposit. I have 2 people that want boys waiting on their deposits this week or next week. And then I have the 3 girls, and still I'm contemplating on keeping one of those girls. So, I have basically, when it comes to conversation, I only have about 2 to 3 puppies. When it comes to business wise, putting your deposit down and things of that nature, I still have 5 puppies left. So if you're interested, hit me up 706-587-8002. Be sure and follow me on Instagram, Facebook at campingborbles.com. Check out the website. We have Skylar and Braun, who just got appraised this past weekend. They did really well. Um, Braun, I think, was a 92, 93, and Skylar was 86, 87. So stay tuned for that litter as well. It'll be coming up in a few months, maybe. So just depending on when she hits her next heat. My buddy Rick Styles over in Columbus, Georgia. I'm down in Central Texas. So I'm not going to put his information out without his permission, but you can find him on campbendingborbles.com. Look us up. Check out the website, learn some information about the breed, our breeding program. It tells you about us, each one of our dogs. Again, if you want one of these puppies off of Marlowe and Marley, feel free to hit me up 706-587-8002.